About Virtual Academy. Hello, Algebra Unit 6 Applications Percent. Please pay attention. Our class today was cancelled because some technical issues with our school's site. Anyway, you will be receiving a recording of the lesson and this video, so please go over both and try to understand and try to practice more problems involving percents. First thing, when you talk about a change in any given amount, in order to find the percentage of that change, either an increase or decrease, you will divide the amount of change by the original amount. Okay? That's the simplest way to put it. But you know what? Let's solve a problem. Problem number 2 from your books. Over the past 5 years, the number of students attending Deirdre's High School, Deirdre's High School, whichever way that is pronounced, has increased by a total of 8%. Okay? This year, 702 students attend the high school. How many attended 5 years ago? Okay? So let's go over the problem one more time. Over the past 5 years, the number of students attending Deirdre's High School D's high school has increased by a total of 8%. Okay? So whatever the number of students, and let x be the number of students from 5 years ago, right? So 5 years ago, X students attended this high school. All right? Now, over the 5 years, there was an increase of 8% of students, right? 8% students. 8% more students than 5 years ago this high school had. Now we know that this year, today, we have 702 students, right? We need to find how many students were in attendance 5 years ago. We need to find that X, okay? Now, if we suppose, or if we start with 5 years ago, well, 5 years ago, the number of students in attendance were representing 100%. Okay? That's the initial number. We're going to consider that 100%. Over the years, that 100% increased by what? By 8%, right? So now, today in this high school, we have 108% compared to the initial amount, right? But they're telling me that this 108% of whatever was in that high school 5 years ago is actually a concrete number, 702, okay? And I believe we're ready to solve, because now we have our proportion. We have x over 702 will be the same as 100 over 108. To find your x, you will multiply the other diagonal, right? So your x, the number of students who were in attendance 5 years ago, will be equal to 702 times 100, everything divided by 108. Okay? Now, before you multiply the top and divide by the bottom, you can look for common factors in here, right? And what you guys notice, 7 plus 0 plus 2 is 9, 1 plus 0 plus 8 is also 9, so both top and bottom numbers are divisible by 9. You may also think about if your 108 goes in 702 any number of times, right? What do you think? If we'll go how many times? 108. Is that going evenly? It could go about 6 times, right? But it's still not going to be it's not going to be even. So let's divide first by 9. Well, some of you will say, hold on, Mr. N. This is also divisible by 2, so both numbers are divisible by 18 actually, right? Well, we'll find out. Let's go with 9 first. 9 goes in 70 how many times? How many times? 7 times. 7 times 9 is 63. Out of 7 will be 7. 9 goes in 72. 8 times, right? How many times goes 9 in 108? Well, 9 goes in 10 once, in 8, 12 times. Okay? 78 and 12, they're both even. Are they both divisible by 4? Maybe not. Are they divisible by 3? Let's see, 7 and 8, 15. Yes, it's divisible by 3. Let's divide that by 3. 3 goes in 7, 2 times. 2 times 3, 60. 3 goes in 18, 6 times. 3 goes in 12, how many times? 4 times. 26 divided by 2 is 13. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 13 divided by 2 will be 6.5, right? So the answer here will be 6.5 times 100, which is 650. Okay? And this is the answer, 650 students were in attendance 5 years ago. And I hope it makes sense. Let me know if I made any mistake. Moving on to the next problem. Okay, Zoe did what? Hold on, let me choose a color here. Zoe sold her painting to an art dealer for $325. The dealer priced the painting for retail sale at a 30% markup. During the Summer Art Festival, he sold the painting at 10% off the retail price. A. Find the retail price. B. Find the dealer's selling price at the art festival. Okay? So let's go back to the problem. And we have Zoe's sale for $325. Okay? Now, to find the retail price and to answer part A, right, let's call the retail price R. Okay, what do we need to find? Well, or what do we need to do, right? The dealer put a 30% markup. 30% markup. He basically increased the price of 325 by 30% of it, right? So this is the way you have to think about, you know, the retail price was 325 plus 30% of 325. Okay, so we definitely need to find what is 30% of 325. And what we know that 325 is 100%. We don't know the markup, the increase in price, but we know that should be 30%. Okay, and here you have your proportion, right? 325 over x equals 100 over 30. To find your x, you will multiply the other diagonal, and you will have 325 times 30 over 100. Okay? Obviously, you can simplify by 10 right away. You can also simplify by 5, right? 5 goes in 10 2 times. 5 goes in 30 6 times, in 25 5 times, right? So what you have here, 65 times 3, 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 6, 18 plus 1, 19, right? Over 2. And here you find that, you know, the 30% was 195 divided by 2, which is what? 2 goes in 19, 9 times. 2 times 9 is 18, 2 goes in 15, 7 times 0.5, right? So 97.5 was the, you know, the 30% of 325. You will add this to 325, and what you get? You get 5, bring down the decimal point. 5 plus 7, 12. 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 2, 12. 3 plus 1 is 1, 4. And the answer to part A will be $422.5. Okay? Now, something happens when or before the dealer will sell the painting during the summer art festival. He gives it a 10% discount, right? So find the dealer's selling price will require you to find first what is 10% of 422.5. How do we find that? Well, you write 10% as a fraction, will be 10 over 100, and you multiply that by 422.5. Okay? 10 over 10, or 10 over 100 will be 110. Your problem here is actually 422.5 divided by 10, right? And that equals $42.25. Now many of you knew this from the beginning. 10% of anything, to find that you just divide that quantity by 10, right? And now this should be subtracted from the initial price. So you will have 422.5, from which you will subtract the discount of 10%, right? Make sure your decimal points are lined up. 5 out of 10 will be 5. 2 out of 4 will be 2, decimal point. 2 out of 2, 0. 4 out of 12, right, you borrow 1, will be 8. 3 for the hundreds. And the answer to part B will be $380.25. Pretty expensive, right? Alright, let's try another one.